And I am here with Brandon, the regional director of the UAW, right here in Chicago. Brandon, how are you feeling so far?
Excited. I'm excited. What a day. What a day, what a crowd, what a local union.
So let's talk about yesterday, Shawn Fain's live stream. They talked about the EV plants are going to be union. They're making some progress, so they didn't strike more. What was your takeaway from that live stream yesterday?
Well, I think it's amazing news, right? These are the powertrains of the future. EVs are, batteries are. So those are our members. That's our work. This is the American dream has to count on our next round of work with these automakers. And like we said, that is the powertrain of the future. So those need to be good jobs.
So looking at the bigger picture, how important do you think this strike is to the labor movement as a whole? Is this a historic moment?
It's absolutely a historic moment. It's a necessary moment. And without it, the race to the bottom will just be perpetuated. We have to stand our ground now. We have to stand up now. All Americans, all workers. We haven't struck enough in this country over the last 50 years, so it's time. It's our time right here, right now. We have to take it. We can't let this moment slip.
So when you hear the companies say things like, oh, we're a family and stuff like that, meanwhile, you know, they made you guys make concessions in '08. They never made it right. And people will pass out on the assembly line and you're supposed to just kind of push it to the side, whatever. How does that sort of thing make you feel?
Everything about what the company says just boggles my mind, right? If we're a family and the CEO of this company made $25 million last year, well, where do we stand in that family? You know, where do we get the spoils of our labor, right? They're getting all of it. All of the wealth in this country, all of the wealth in these companies is flowing to the top. And again, it's time that we as workers stand up for what we deserve. Labor creates all wealth in this country, not CEOs.
What would you like to see happen as far as just a broader ripple effect, you know, as a result of all this for labor in this country?
It's a great question. What needs to happen, not just what I want to see happen, what needs to happen is more workers need to stand up, get a voice at the table. They need to form unions of their own. I don't care if it's with the UAW or otherwise. All workers need to stand up. They deserve a voice at the table so we can all move forward together and stop this race to the bottom. We need to all achieve parity so we can have solidarity with each other and move forward.
I love that. I love that. Stop the race to the bottom. Let me give you one of these. That's fantastic. I know you're on a tight time schedule here and it's getting louder, so I want to be generous of your time. But in closing, what are some things you just want to give the public as a takeaway about this strike and things they should know?
Well, again, I applaud all of our members in the UAW for standing up, standing strong. And this isn't just about us, right? This is about justice, and it's not for just us. This is for every single American worker. This is for every worker around the globe, quite honestly. This is a global issue. Workers everywhere need to rise up and take what we deserve.
What's up, everybody? Ron Placone here reporting for Status Coup, and I am here with Bob, the president of the UAW in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. So you made the trip from Wisconsin.
Yes, I did. Yes, I came to show support to 551 here. We are in Oshkosh defense out of Oshkosh, Wisconsin, but they're close by here, brothers and sisters that need help, so I'm here to show support.
Bring any cheese curds, because I know I got to go up to Wisconsin to get the real ones.
If I knew that, I would have brought you some.
I appreciate it. So let's talk about yesterday. Of course, Shawn Fain's live stream. They did not strike any more plants. They said that progress has been made. All the EV plants are going to be union. How did you feel from yesterday's stream? Were you inspired? What work do you feel still needs to be done? What was your overall assessment?
Well, I believe that they're moving in the right direction. So, you know, anytime you start striking more people out, you know, some people think that's a positive thing. You know, I think it hurts families. So I think it's a good thing that we're moving forward, getting things done. So hopefully in the next week or two, we can come to maybe some tentative agreements, get the families back to work, get them to make more money. You know, and that's what it's all about. You know, get rid of these tiers. We're fighting the same thing in Oshkosh. That, you know, exploiting workers, all your big corporations are making the money. It's time to take care of the workers, and then we'll take care of the companies if they take care of us.
So, you know, everyone's been saying there hasn't been anything quite like this since 1976. How do you feel in the big scheme of things? How important is this to the labor movement as a whole in the United States?
I believe this is a big thing and good. It's been a long time coming to stand up to this corporate greed that's going on. And I think it's inspiring a lot of people, non-union shops. I see a lot of support from other companies and people across the United States right now coming in back in the big three percentage-wise. You know, the people that were against unions that are showing support for the unions now. And hopefully it inspires the non-union people to say, hey, when we come out of this on top, that we're saying, I want to unionize, so you can have your voice heard. To me, that's the biggest thing. When you're not in, I'm just going to, I'm going to plug UAW, the auto workers. We get to have our voice heard. If you're not a unionized corporation, you don't have your voice heard, and they can do what they want with you.
A lot of people talk about just the toll this work takes on people's bodies and the demands of all of it, and the powers that be keep asking for more and more and more. Can you speak to that some?
It does. It takes, I'm 64 years old, and it's hard to be crawling on top of our trucks, underneath them, in them. You're bending, you're picking, you're using power tools all day long, so you get in carpal tunnel, your wrists, your arms, your legs. It is tough, it takes a toll. People don't think it does, but day after day, week after week, 40, 50, 60 hours a week takes a toll on a body. When you're younger, it's a little easier, but after you got 20 years, 30 years, we have 40-year people that have been doing this, and it does take a toll on your body.
How close do you think we are to the finish line? I know Sean Fain said, hey, we're making progress, we're not there yet. I know I'm asking you to guesstimate a little bit, but if you had to take a guess, like how close do you think we are versus further away?
Well, I don't know that, and it's going to be a tough one to answer. I do believe that by not striking some plants that we must be having progress. I'm not involved in any of this. I'm just an outsider, a supporter coming from UAW, but I'm coming from the defense side, not the auto workers side. But I'm hoping it gets closer. It's like anything. I've been in negotiations. We want high. We want everything that's best for everybody. The company does not want that. They want low. And so hopefully we come to an understanding to get what we want for our memberships, what they're asking for, somewhere in the middle. And hopefully we get rid of some of this tier stuff. We get better pensions. We get our retirees something out of this, and bring it back home so we can all get back to work and just make a living, and a good living, and not live paycheck to paycheck.
So I know things are getting loud in here, and I want to be generous with your time, but in closing here, what are some takeaways you really want the public to know about this strike?
What I would like to know, it's not. This isn't greed. It's about the corporate greed and the sacrifices that the big three have made over the last 15 years, and record profits coming in. It's time to take care of the workers. You take care of the workers will take care of the big three. You take care of any union shop out there. Take care of your workers, and they will take care of you, and everybody can make money. We can all be profitable and make a good living.